Well, you can't say we didn't put on our best for this. Man, yours has got colors in it there, Chris. That's it matches your hat and everything. Oh,
I
okay.
actually, I actually thought this out, Eric. I had this planned this exactly right.
Oh yeah, you did that. That looks snazzy, man. That looks snazzy. Cory, show everybody what you're wearing tonight, man. You look.
Can we see that again, Cory? One more time.
He. Listen, guys. He's the doctor. He went real fancy tonight. Yes, exactly. Chris likes to coordinate. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. This is freaking hilarious, man. All right, guys. If you haven't already, smash that like button. We really do appreciate that. We were well over 100 people. We're close to 200 people. 180 right now, man.
Yes. Yeah.
That is fantastic. So let me explain what is about to happen for everybody tonight, okay? When we started this podcast back in 2019, that was the first season. It was March of 2019. And when we got to the end of the season, we came up with the idea, Aaron and I did, my co-host Aaron Brown. We were going to do some awards. A lot of people had already moved on to the next season, talking about the next season, and we're like, let's do some awards. This is our 6th year, the 6th annual Buckeye Awards. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to explain what the award is that we're about to hand out, and then each one of us are going to then tell you who previously won the award, and then we're going to tell you who won the award, and then we're going to talk about it. So that is what we are going to do tonight. And so without any further ado, let us jump in. I feel like we should have like the Emmy Award music or something in the background playing,
We're gonna have to
like
work on that for next year, Eric.
yeah, I
Just
think
get
we
some
did that
music,
one time when we were
maybe a
just
drum
audio.
roll.
Yeah.
Should we
I
get the
have all
gift
the
bags as too, like a $60,000 gift bags those guys get or whatever?
Oh man, that would
Well,
be
you know what?
nice.
With each award next year, maybe we make a swag bag that we send out to a listener.
A swag bag. Ooh. I like that swag bag. All right. So, that being said, here we go. There are 14 awards we are about to hand out. The very first one shouldn't come to a surprise to anybody. It's called our Buckeye Leaves. All season long, we handed out Buckeye Leaves. Players could earn up to 6 leaves a week. Leaves were handed out for offensive and defensive player of the week, the offensive play of the week, the defensive play of the week. This season, the Buckeyes who was awarded the most Buckeye Leaves. Actually, let me go back. The past winners included in 2019, J.K. Dobbins with 22. In 2020, Justin Fields had 15. Remember, that was the COVID year. In 2021, C.J. Stroud set the record with 26. In 2022, he broke his record with 30. Last year in 2023, Marvin Harrison Jr. became the first wide receiver to win that award with 26. And this year, the recipient of the most Buckeye Leaves is, drum roll please. By the way, if you want to put a guess in the comment section, we would love to hear your guesses for these. This year's winner of the most Buckeye Leaves is, for the first time ever, a true freshman, Jeremiah Smith, with 29. He falls just one short of C.J. Stroud's record of 30 in 2022. J.J. Smith, congratulations on being this year's winner of the most Buckeye Leaves for the season. All right, we are going to move on to award number 2. Chris, have fun with this one, buddy. The Assistant Coach of the Year.
Yeah, the Assistant Coach of the Year award is given to the top assistant on the coaching staff due to an array of reasons, including recruiting, coaching, his position group, top performers, and his value as the head coach. In 2023, this award was given to Jim Knowles. In 2022 and 2021, Brian Hartline won this award. In 2020, the award went to Larry Johnson. And in 2019, Brian Hartline won the first ever Assistant Coach of the Year award. This year's winner is Jim Knowles. Yes, I know that this may be ill-timed, but we cannot deny what he did on the field and how it affected the team this year. Knowles has won the Assistant Coach of the Year award for the second time and joins Brian Hartline as our only back-to-back winners of this award. The defense was dominant all season long and either led or was in the top 5 in almost every major defensive category. For that reason, Jim Knowles, the new Penn State defensive coordinator, is Ohio State's 2024 Assistant Coach of the Year. Our next award is going to be presented by Cory, and that is the Mr. Hustle Award.
I just want to put it out there. I did suggest somebody else for the assistant, so don't.
You know, and let me just tell you, Eric messaged me about that, and I stood hard and fast on this, Cory. Despite the timing, we couldn't give it to somebody else.
Oh, I'm just somebody who wants
what he did on the field. We couldn't take that away.
I'm just somebody who wants all the credit, none of the blame. So that's,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
hey, my wife did have a great suggestion for this, guys. She said maybe we could put an asterisk beside it.
Nice.
Asterisks are reserved for that team up north.
Allegedly for our Mickey Mouse title as well. I don't know. That's what they tell us anyway. All right. The Mr. Hustle Award is given to the Buckeye who has a motor that just won't quit. This guy might not be the most talented. Man, that's rough. Highest recruited or even the most popular. Dang.
Almost just sounds hateful, doesn't it?
This guy might suck in every way possible, but he leaves it all on the field. The past winners include 2019 Justin Hilliard, 2020 Garrett Wilson, 2021 Ronnie Hickman, 2022 Xavier Johnson, and 2023 Steel Chambers. But this year goes to none other than number 8, part of the dynamic duo with the safety, Lathan Ransom. 74 tackles, 46 solo, 1 sack, 2 pass deflections, 1 interception, 3 forced fumbles, 1 recovery, and 1 touchdown. Guy has overcome 1.5 million things to become one of the most elite players in the country, and he was always giving it his all on the field.
I stand by my proclamation of him earlier in the year. He's the best tackler on the team.
Oh, I can't disagree.
I got some people gave me pushback and said, "How could you say that?" You know, when you had another safety on this team who is better. But I'm like, guys, I just
he is textbook. Perfect technique.
He's textbook, man. Absolutely.
All right.
So I think we go back to you, Chris.
We do for the Most Improved Player Award. The Most Improved Award is given to the Buckeye, who from the end of the previous season to the end of this season showed the greatest improvement on the field of play. Past winners have included in 2019 Damon Arnett, 2020 Trey Sermon, 2021 CJ Stroud, 2022 was Luke Whippler, and last season it was Josh Proctor. The winner of this year's Most Improved Player Award is Sonny Styles. Sonny switched positions from safety to linebacker. And man, let me tell you, the numbers were a vast improvement. 100 tackles, 49 of those solos, 6 sacks, 5 pass deflections, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery. Guys, we could not have asked more from Sonny Styles this year to step into this role. And man, he came through in a huge, huge way. And that has won him this year's Most Improved Player Award.
And thank God he's coming back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to go to the award that is everybody should ought to know who's going to win this one. That is the Freshman of the Year award. It is given to the Buckeye who made the greatest impact on the team in his first year of play. And I might like to add, I like to make this award the true freshman of the year because I don't like to give it to redshirt freshmen. Past winners included Garrett Wilson in 2019, Jackson Smith-Njigba in 2020, Travion Henderson in 2021, Dallin Hayden in 2022, Jermaine Matthews Jr. in 2023. And guys, come on, is there really a doubt? It's gonna be
Garrett
Mr.
Stover.
It's Jeremiah Smith, man. Dude had just an amazing season. No doubt about it. This was the most obvious award on here. It just was. Now for one that was incredibly tough.
Eric,
Senior. Yeah,
before we go to the next award, we've had a request in the chat.
I
that we
can't do
ta-
it. I can't.
we can't take it down? Okay.
No, I'd have to go into every slide. It'd be too difficult. Sorry.
Gotcha.
We can wait. I'm just kidding. All right, we're talking Senior of the Year. The Senior of the Year award is given to the Buckeye, who led throughout his career both on and off the field. His leadership will be missed upon graduation. The past winners include 2019 Jordan Fuller, 2020 Jonathan Cooper, 2021 Chris Olave, 2022 Zach Harrison, and now 2023 Cade Stover, if that was any doubt. The winner this year, one of my personal favorite Buckeyes on this team, and I'm going to miss him dearly, not just for his play, but for the kind of person he is Travion Henderson. Rushing, he had 1,016 yards, 10 touchdowns, 27 catches for 284 yards and 1 touchdown, had 144 carries, had a 7.1 average this year, too. He was electrifying. We don't get where we are without him, not only for his play on the field, but for his leadership off the field.
All right. That brings us up to one of my favorite awards, which is the Mr. BIA Award. The BIA, which stands for Best in America, is the name given to the defensive backfield at The Ohio State University. The Mr. BIA Award is given to the best player in that defensive backfield for the season. Past winners have included, in 2019, Jeffrey Okuda, 2020, Josh Proctor, 2021, Denzel Burke, 2022, Lathan Ransom, 2023, Denzel Burke, and now this year, it goes to the transfer. Yes, it goes to Caleb Downs. Young man came in from Alabama and made an immediate impact, coming in with 81 tackles. 48 of those are solo. He had half a sack, 6 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions, including the one that absolutely iced that win in Texas. What more can you say about this guy, except that, guess what? He's coming back next year.
Well, we're
That is
hoping.
just wonderful. I'm telling you, our Mr. BIA for 2024, Caleb Downs.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping about that. Next up is the Schooled by Larry Johnson Award. The Schooled by Larry Johnson Award is given to the top Buckeye who plays on the defensive line. Larry Johnson has famously coached some of the top defensive linemen in all of football for the better part of 2 decades. Past winners include in 2019 Chase Young. In 2020, man, here's a name for you guys I haven't thought about in a while, Tommy Togiai.
Yeah.
In 2021, Haskell the Rascal Garrett. In 2022, it was JT Tuimulau. In 2023, it was Jack Sawyer. And this year, let's go back to 2022 and give it to him again. JT Tuimulau wins the award for the Larry Johnson Award. 61 tackles, 35 of which were solo, led the team in sacks with 12 and a half, had 3 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles on the season. JTT actually had an amazing season and really came on late and did a great job during the playoffs as well. Yes, Jack had some of the more iconic plays, but JT's stats were right up there with Jack in that playoff run, and he definitely deserves some recognition. Congratulations to JT Tuimulau on this year's Schooled by Larry Johnson Award.
And I guess that brings us to the Chris Spielman Award. The Chris Spielman Award is given to the top linebacker of the Ohio State roster for the past season. Spielman embodies everything the Buckeye fans expect from their linebackers. He's tough, he's smart, and relentless in pursuit of the football. The past winners include 2019 Malik Harrison, 2020 Justin Hilliard, 2021 Steel Chambers. And the last 2 years, 2022 and 2023, are Tommy Eichenberg. This year, the winner, who else? Cody Simon, of course. 112 tackles, 51 solo, 7 sacks, 7 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. Obviously, just a tremendous year from Cody Simon. What a way to go out on your Buckeye career.
So that brings us to the Silver Bullet Award. The Silver Bullets Award, it has been given. Let me try that again, guys. The Silver Bullets Award is the name given to the Buckeye defenses throughout the years. This award is given to our top defensive player on the team. Past winners have included Chase Young in 2019, Haskell Garrett in 2020, Ronnie Hickman in 21, Tommy Two Thumbs in 22, and last season, Denzel Burke. This year's winner, as if there's any doubt, chat, come on, you know you wanted this, Jack Sawyer. That's right, Captain Jack, 59 tackles, 25 of those solo, 9 sacks, 6 solo, 1 interception, 3 forced fumbles, 3 recoveries, 2 defensive touchdowns, and perhaps, if not the one of the most iconic plays in Ohio State football history, Jack Sawyer with that scoop and score just solidified this award as Jack Sawyer is this year's Silver Bullet Award winner.
All right, it's time to get dirty and talk about the offensive line, the Slob of the Year award. The Slob of the Year award is given to the top offensive lineman of the season. That was also the nickname I think Urban Meyer gave the offensive line during their 2014 national championship run, was the Slobs. Past winners included Jonah Jackson in 2019, Wyatt Davis in 2020, Nicholas Petit Frere in 2021, Paris Johnson Jr. in 2022, and Matthew Jones in 2023. And this year's winner, again, it's not really a debate, Donovan Jackson. Donovan had a fantastic season, moved from left guard to left tackle, and dare I say, played an outstanding left tackle and really boosted his draft status going into the NFL draft this year. And today it was said that he was pretty sure he was going to go to the NFL draft a year ago, had told Ryan Day such, and then had changed his mind when some of those seniors decided they were all coming back. And I'm glad he did, because he was one of the, if not one of the most important people to help get us to where we got in winning the national championship. And hats off to Donovan Jackson, this year's Slob of the Year winner.
All right, I guess that takes us to the Zone 6 award. Do we even have to go over this? Got to go to the top wide receiver on Ohio State. Past winners include 2019 Chris Olave, 2020 Chris Olave, 2021 Jackson Smith-Njigba, 2022 and 2023 Marvin Harrison Jr., and of course this year, I mean, look, there's no suspense to this. It's Bryson Rodgers, obviously. But no, Jeremiah Smith, clearly 76 catches, 1,315 yards, 15 touchdowns. Rushing, he had 6 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. Not questionable. Guys, I got a suggestion. For the next 2 years, just write him in. We'll fill in the stats later.
Yeah. just
keep that slide and we'll just keep recycling it.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep that slide.
If I'm not mistaken, that's his 3rd award tonight.
I believe so.
He got the Buckeye Leafs, the freshman
of the year, and the receiver
and the Zone 6.
Yeah.
Pretty nice night for one Jeremiah Smith.
Not bad for a true freshman, right?
Not too shabby.
So, hey, speaking of great awards, let's talk about the Elite O Award. Former head coach Urban Meyer is famously known for saying he didn't want to coach average. The hell with average. He did not want to be around average people. He wanted people to be elite. The Elite O Award is given to the top offensive Buckeye on the team. Past winners, 2019, included J.K. Dobbins. 2020, it was Justin Fields. 2021, JSN. 2022, C.J. Stroud. In 2023, it was Marvin Harrison Jr. And the winner of the Elite O Award for this year, None other than the quarterback, Will Howard. Howard transferred in this year and immediately became a true Buckeye. He goes 309 for 423 passing, 73.1% completion rating, which sets a single season record for Ohio State quarterbacks. 4,010 yards passing, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a QBR of 175.3. Oh, yeah. By the way, he went ahead and had 7 touchdowns on the ground as well. So, well deserved the Elite O Award to Will Howard. And guys, think about that for a second. We had a 4,000 yard passer and 2,000-yard rushers this season. That's amazing.
And 2,000-yard receivers.
2,000-yard receivers, yeah.
Yeah, it's just true. Okay, it's time for the big one, guys. We've made it. We've made it to the portion of this award show where now it just means more. This award just means more, and that is the Buckeye of the Year award. The Buckeye of the Year award is given to someone who exemplifies being a Buckeye better than anyone else. This person is elite on and off the field and makes all of us Buckeye fans proud to cheer for him. Past award winners included in 2019, J.K. Dobbins. In 2020, Haskell Garrett. That was the year he got shot and came back and played, if you remember. 2021, my 6th grade dance shirt. That's right, Chris Olave. 2022, it was Cade Stover. And then he won it again last year in 2023, that being Cade Stover. I want the chat, before we announce who it is, I want the chat to tell me who they think the Buckeye of the Year award should be.
Because this one was probably the toughest one to decide.
It is always the toughest to decide. Not always. Sometimes it kind of just comes easy. But all right, we have Mika saying Jack Sawyer is who she says should be the Buckeye of the Year award. Ohio Buckeye Mark says Jack should get it. Bob Goog says Trevion Henderson. Donald and Karen Rosbeck say Travion Henderson. The chat's moving fast now. Let me try to catch.
I've seen some Howard. I've seen some Henderson.
Jay Justin B. Trey Henderson. Cheryl says Jack. Kenneth says Trey and Jack both deserve it. Let's see here.
Brian.
Will Buck says Howard or Henderson. Brian Oberst says give it to Trey Henderson. Yeah.
He also said Emeka Egbuka.
Coconut says Will Howard. Cheryl says Jack. Yeah, there's a lot of offensive people here being chosen. What are they going to do when we say it's actually Jay Fielding is who won the award here? What are they?
That might cause a riot, Eric.
It might.
I thought it was the punter. What are you talking about?
Who is our punter?
I don't know. Nobody knows. He's like the drummer of REO Speedwagon. Nobody knows who he is.
Tyler says, "Can we give it the award to? Can we give a coach this award, Eric? Because I give Ryan Day this award, in my opinion." Ooh.
I gave it to Jim Knowles personally, but you know.
Oh, jeez, jeez. All right,
let it go, Cory.
Yeah. This year's Buckeye of the Year award winner is. Give it to Captain Jack Sawyer, guys. When I was at the shoe. And I saw them, and I'm going back to my sermon again, and they went to go plant that flag on the 50, and Jack Sawyer went out there to say, not today. I felt like he was me in that situation. He took Buckeye Nation's anger and frustration with him to the 50-yard line to grab that flag. And you know what? From that moment on, I just felt like this team was different. And he had one of the most iconic plays in Ohio State history. And you heard it today, Chris. The crowd loves this guy, man. a Central Ohio kid, born a Buckeye from day one, raised a Buckeye his whole life, dreamed about being a Buckeye, was blessed to become a Buckeye, and is now a national champion Buckeye. We're going to give it to Jack Sawyer, your 2024 Buckeye Award, Mr. Buckeye of the Year for the OHIO podcast. Boys, your thoughts?
Good pick.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. I don't think there's anybody that screams out Buckeye more than Jack Sawyer.
Nope.
Just the passion, and these guys all have it. They all have passion. They all have, but Jack Sawyer, first one to say, "Hey, I'm running it back. I let you down. I'm coming back to run it down and run it back and do it again." He got in the ears of these other guys. I think he led that charge to get these guys back. Then he let it out there on the field. He left everything out there. You think even back to that rough game versus Michigan, he left everything on the field in that game. And then with, like you said, the flag planting incident after the game, Eric, absolutely just he took the heart and soul of Ohio with him out there as he went to just tear that flag to shreds. And then he led the way in the playoffs, made what may have been the biggest single play in the playoffs. And, the guy's going to go down in Buckeye lore. There's no doubt about it.
Did you see the at the mall when he had that autograph signing? The line
Oh my
was
gosh.
bonkers. It was like, look, I love Jack. I'm not standing in that line, So it's just like it was that crazy.
Yeah,
He
I'd heard it was like a 2.5 hour wait.
Yeah, he's a Buckeye legend. He's going to be a fan favorite for the rest of his life. He'll never pay for another meal here or whatever. If he's going to be in the NFL for a while, but when he's done, he'll come back and he's just going to be a hero or a coach or something. He's going to be affiliated with the program for the rest of his life. He loves Ohio State with all his heart. We can't take guys like that for granted. And Jack, you are a Buckeye legend forever.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Who was it said he'll never have to buy a beer in a Columbus, Ohio bar ever again? Like
It was a
that's
commentator. I just don't remember
yeah,
who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's so true. The guy's gonna be a legend in Columbus forever. Mika just said, he was the third Bosa brother, and I remember calling him that when he was
You
being
did when he
recruited.
first signed on. I remember
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, when he was being recruited, that's how I described him. He's the third missing Bosa brother, and it took him a while to get there.
It was
Uh,
about
Yeah.
mid-season last year. We saw it starting to come out.
yeah, but by the end of the time, and dare I say, he's going to be more legendary than the Bosas when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
he
think
brought
so.
the chip.
Yep.
Well, so did Joey,
That's true.
Uh,
You know what though? Joey
yeah.
was. I think a lot of
Joey was the
people.
leader of the defense at that
Yeah,
time.
right? Joey was a sophomore that year.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Not to mention, nobody's ever. I mean, look, I love Nick, but nobody's ever going to look at him like anywhere near the lore of Jack Sawyer because
No.
sitting out the last year. And I get why he did it. I'm not mad at him, but I'm just saying that's just not comparable. Uh, Jack apparently just came in really raw and had a lot to learn, but he just kept his nose down and learned it and lived up to the hype. He lived up to that 5-star billing, got us a natty, and he became a leader. And yeah, he's a Buckeye legend forever. So
Don't forget, dude was playing quarterback his senior year, junior year,
Junior.
because he actually, yeah, he actually didn't play his senior year.
Here's a question: who's the bigger 33 in Buckeye history, Laurinaitis or Sawyer?
Who?
If What do you mean by bigger?
Just bigger legend.
I think the legend probably goes to Sawyer, but
Sawyer.
if you asked me who actually was more impactful in his
James.
career,
Yeah.
like complete, it had to be Laurinaitis. He's a three-time
All American.
All-American.
Yeah,
Um,
and 10 years in the NFL too, or something like that.
yeah, so um, And Lord, I hope this doesn't happen for Jack. I hope he doesn't go to the NFL and have all kinds of injury issues.
Yeah.
Um, it's
I
kind of
hope he
like,
goes to a good organization. More
yeah.
importantly,
Yeah,
Well, as of this morning, there was talk that the Cincinnati Bengals were very interested in him.
that's not a good organization.
They got Al Gold now, D coordinator. That's not a
Al
bad.
Golden's the new defensive coordinator. They have a need for defensive
I'm talking
end.
about the upper organization. They're almost as bad as the Browns in the office.
You listen. The Bengals are ready to win right now with that offense.
Though they are. If
They're
they
not
can
going to be able to keep
keep
Sam Hubbard though,
if they can keep
unfortunately.
Burrow upright,
Oh, I would love to see Jack and Sam Hubbard on the same defensive line. Come on.
Well, from Bengals fans are telling me they can't keep Sam. Something going on there. I don't know what's going on. Money thing. I don't know.
well, you know what? As a Browns fan, I can honestly say I'd love to see Jack Sawyer opposite Myles Garrett. You know,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, the kid loves Ohio so much. He said he would love to go to Cleveland or Cincinnati.
man, that's a
That's
kid who's a glutton for punishment right there.
that's he just loves
Yeah, but
Ohio, man.
he'd love to bring a Super Bowl to one of those
Oh,
those
I'm sure.
organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say something that seems sacrilegious. If he went to Cleveland and won a Super Bowl for Cleveland, Chris, I would cheer that.
You might actually see me actually cry.
Yeah,
I would actually possibly cry tears of joy if that happened.
we might. You all think Chris was happy after the national championship? If the Cleveland Browns won a Super Bowl, that feller down there, he might be doing cartwheels.
Just one in my
He
lifetime.
looked
That's
like
all I
Chris
ask
Farley
for.
coming on the Tonight Show, man. He's just doing cartwheels.
Just one in my lifetime. That's all I ask for.
Of course, Donald and Karen Rosbach, boy, that would be terrible. Jack Sawyer to the Steelers. Ugh.
He seems like a Steeler type player
He
too.
does, though, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Oh no, that would be awful
Well,
for.
let me tell you, the Steelers aren't going to win nothing even with Jack Sawyer because they can't score points.
Yeah, they can't seem to figure out that side of the field. Yeah.
Uh,
And they benched their good quarterbacks. So
I heard today Will Howard 3rd round.
I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah, I've heard the same thing. I've also heard it linked to what I predicted before, possibly a Philadelphia.
Going to the Super Bowl.
Philadelphia don't make sense to me.
Oh, it does. It makes so much sense.
Why? He's not even close to the same kind of quarterback. You kind of
No,
want to
but
pick a quarterback similar to what you have.
I've heard Philadelphia mentioned. I've heard San Francisco mentioned.
What about Buffalo? Backup at Buffalo.
That would be a great situation for him as well.
That makes tons of
Actually,
sense to
Although,
me.
he'd do well in Kyle Shanahan's offense. I'll say that much.
Yes, he
yes,
would.
he would.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.